Welcome Phani Sekhar from Angel Broking, who will answer your queries. But Phani, the first questioner is from Faridabad. This is Sundar Chaudhary and he has ICICI shares. Sundar, go ahead. What is your question?
मैम मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मैंने आईसीआईसी के 907 रुपए 50 पैसे में 50 शेयर खरीदे हुए हैं, तो अभी इसमें क्या करना चाहिए? आप
नॉर्मली ट्रेडिंग करते हैं या ये लॉन्ग टर्म?
नॉर्मली नहीं, मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम ये किया था, फर्स्ट टाइम मैं फंस गया यहाँ पे।
मतलब ट्रेडिंग के लिए आपने लिए थे?
नहीं, ट्रेडिंग के लिए नहीं लिया, मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम ही मैंने खरीदे थे।
खरीदे हैं। ओके ओके, कोई नहीं, लेट मी पुट इट टू द एक्सपर्ट। Funny, it always happens when investors believe that this is a good time to enter, and this is a first time investor. It's an unfortunate experience. What would you advise him to do?
I think he can sweeten this particular purchase by buying some more ICICI Bank shares at current levels or whenever it declines, because there is fundamentally nothing wrong with the bank. Of course, the challenges which the banking industry in general is facing are attributable to ICICI as well. But if you actually look specifically at the bank, I think it's improving its fundamentals pretty well. And you actually are seeing the gross NPAs, which was the major concern for the bank for the last 2 to 3 years, improving both on a sequential as well as on a yearly basis. Provision coverage ratio is improving. I think loan growth at around 18% is at the median level. All in all, ROE is improving. So I don't think there is much to worry, especially considering the fact that right now, I think the core bank is available at about 1.2 times on a 1-year forward price to book, and subsidiaries are also doing quite well. So I think if there is overall correction in the market and there are more concerns on the banking industry, can the stock go down? Yes, very much, but that will be an opportunity to buy and not sell. So from a 1 to 1.5 year perspective, I actually look forward to a target price of 1,000 rupees back on this price, on this stock.
Alright, सुंदर जी, एक्सपर्ट का मानना है कि ये एक अच्छा बैंक है, पूरे मार्केट में थोड़ा सा घाटा आ गया है, तो आईसीआईसीआई में भी थोड़ा गिरावट देखने को मिला है, बैंकिंग सेक्टर में देखने को मिला है। आप अगर इस निवेश में बने रहेंगे 1-2 साल तक और नीचे में कुछ और भी खरीदी करेंगे ताकि आपकी एवरेज प्राइस 800 या 850 की ओर आ जाए, हो सकता है आपको 1 साल या 1.5 साल में मुनाफा हो सकता है। उनका कहना है कि ये भाव में तो आपको बेचना नहीं चाहिए, आप इस निवेश में बने रहिए।
थैंक यू वेरी मच जी।
Amrit Lal Gogna calls in from Bhopal. Amrit, hi, what's your query?
Yes, sir, I'm having Bharti Airtel.
Okay. And when?
Yes. 900 rupees Airtel.
Okay. Alright, and are you willing to hold on to Bharti Airtel for a long time?
Yes, I'm willing to hold it for a long time.
Okay. Funny, he's bought it at 900 rupees, but I think Bharti Airtel had gone stock split about 2 years back, so I'm guessing his acquisition price would be about 450 rupees rather than 900, but nonetheless, he's still making a loss. Over the long term, given that we've seen the pricing situation improve for telecommunication companies, new telecom policy as well as expected, would you recommend him holding on to it?
Yes, because the main concern for Bharti was both deterioration in the domestic competitive environment as well as their African buy. Now on both those counts, I think there is a remarkable turnaround, because on the domestic front you are actually seeing almost all players have raised tariff, and we no more hear of any tariff wars being played out there. Plus the rollout of 3G has actually infused a great amount of sanity into the industry as far as pricing is concerned. On the Zain acquisition front, there were a lot of doubts expressed on the company's ability to revive elasticity of usage with price cuts, something that has actually started happening out there, and we are seeing a very healthy and robust subscriber additions and minutes of usage. So we can at this point in time say that the India model which propelled Bharti to the #1 position is more or less being successfully replicated in Africa as well. And if something happens, of course, on the tower deal on the Indus front, I think that will be an added bonus. So overall, you are actually seeing that there is no wonder that the stock is outperforming in this kind of environment, and I assume that there is another 10 to 12% at least from a 6 to 9 month perspective on the stock. And then depending on because there are a lot of changes in the regulatory environment also, on how those regulatory changes pan out, one will have to take a call. But at least 450 to 475 is something that one can play for at least next 1 year. But if you take a very long-term view, 2 to 3 year view, I think this is a stock worth holding in your portfolio.
Alright, Amrit, so that's the call coming in from an expert. If you hold it on for the next 1 year, perhaps at least you will reach your acquisition price, and then perhaps you could take a call on what to do with Bharti Airtel.
Alright, our next caller is on a stock that must have given people a lot of anguish. SAIL is the stock he's speaking about. This is Bharat Ahir from Pune. Go ahead, Bharat. What's your question?
Hello. Namaskar. I have a question. Please, 329 share from SAIL. Average price is 117. Should I sell or keep holding on for 1 year or 2-3 months?
You're not very badly off. Bharat, you're not very badly off if your average price is 117. Even people who bought it 1 year ago had paid perhaps 150 on that stock. So it is still a decent amount of loss. Phani, what does he do? SAIL has just gone one way in the past 18 months. How does he get to his price, if at all? Should he average lower? When does he get to make profit?
He would certainly get back his price. When is a slightly difficult question because of the overall negative sentiment around the metal space. But having said that, I think SAIL is one of the best bets because it is the least exposed among the Indian players to the global environment, with exports just contributing around 2 to 3% of its sales. What has hampered SAIL is primarily the lack of integration on the coking coal front, and because of a sharp increase in coking coal prices because of floods in Australia, I think despite 100% iron ore integration, they have been very badly hit on the raw material front. Other than that, I think the lack of near-term triggers, especially as far as volume growth and expansion, because that is expected to come only by FY14, has also sullied the outlook in the near term, because when investors start evaluating the stock and they don't see any meaningful volume growth in the next 18 to 24 months, and on top of that you have international steel prices coming down, then you have a scenario where earnings will take a hit, and to that extent I think the valuation, since SAIL was already trading at 6.5-7 times EV to EBITDA, that was also expected to take a hit. But now I think we have reached a stage where any more downside from this price is very difficult to forecast. So I think that the investor, if he can average some more, should average some more and keep holding for 1.5 year. As and when things improve, you can actually see strong outperformance from SAIL. The stock can actually double in 2.5 to 3 years time.
Alright, Bharat, the advice for you is to stay put. You're in a good share, and it's unlikely it will get ruined much from current levels. If you can, do buy at these levels and bring down your average prices a little, but you should be in the profit maybe in 1.5 to 2 years. That's the advice.
No problem. Thank you.
Alright, Phani, thank you.